Hi guys, it's John from Bright Wargaming, and I'm just going to do a little video here on how I've painted up the first two models from my Dickensians box 1, which is Blunder and Torch, who are two of the Erkin. I'm just going to say now just how much I've enjoyed painting these. They are so well designed in the fact that you can they're welcoming for beginners and advanced painters alike because of the way they've been sculpted. So this is just a real well done to the sculptors. Right, so moving on to how I went about and did it. All right, guys, enjoy. Just primed in grey using Rust-Oleum surface primer picked up from Amazon, nice and cheap. And that's them there. So what I do is I've snipped off the slotters from underneath them and put a pin in the toe so that they can fit into those bases. And if you watch my previous video, that's how you painted up those bases. You'll see the holes in them, and that's how I've mounted them in. So let's. I think we're going to start with Torch first, who's the one on the right, as you see it at the moment. What I found was the online. I found the concept art for both Torch and Blunder, who's the other one we're going to paint up here. And I found that super useful just because it's difficult to pick out the specific details on when you've just primed them, and so in order to see what you're doing, it's quite useful to refer to these images. So moving on. So what did I do? I started off. So the way I paint is that I find I use all of the various colours I've got, but I find the colour which is going to be deepest in the model, if that makes any sense to you. So in this case I'm starting with his trousers because his jacket's over the top of his trousers, his boots are over the top of the trousers, so it means that essentially it makes it easier to then overpaint, so you can be a bit sloppier and just crack on. So using Imperial Blue from Vallejo for his trousers, which you can see it came up there. Then nice and easy using Bone White. So I use Bone White for his t-shirt or shirt or whatever it is, and also picking out, while I was there, picked out his face and his hands, which you can see there. Goblin Green, it's a nice bright green used on his jacket, which you can see there, which is just a nice colour and it contrasted quite nicely. One of the things I quite like about these models is the fact that because they're all individuals, is that you can essentially pick whatever colours you like, and you don't have to kind of stick to a theme for your faction. So painting his scarf there in scarlet red, which came out quite nicely. While I was there, I had some dark skin tone, which I then painted the teddy bear with. So I kind of wanted to make this guy have a bit of ginger hair, so I used dwarf skin, which is a sort of a pale orange. In retrospect, because and when you see the final result, it didn't quite work out as ginger, and it worked out more as a more of a sort of strawberry blonde. But we'll see that when it gets to completion. But anyway, so that's what I used for the hair, which you can see which came up quite nice and orange. So for leathers, generally I use brown because I'm not a big fan of painting black, because I don't think you get enough depth with black. So I use browns generally for my leathers. So that's going to cover off his boots and his bag and bits and bobs like that. So that pretty much covers the base colours for him. Moving on to Blunder. Lots of people ask when I put the completed photo of these guys up on Facebook, they were asking about how I got the pink. So I used Warlord Purple, which is a almost neon pink, which is really, really cool colour. And you can see there that it just comes out quite nicely. contrasted that with magic blue, and then you can see that because I was doing this one at the same time as I was doing the other one. I used the leather colour just to cover off all the bits in leather, and I used the green colour from the jacket just to get a base coat on the eyes of the teddy bear there. And moving on, nice and easy into gunmetal, just to cover off all the major bits of metallics there, and then a bit of brassy brass to cover off things like so she's got a load of bells round her waist. You've got the teddy bear's got a trombone or something strapped to its arm, and that covers you off. So that's all the base coats then done for all the thing. The bits I may have missed off, so in terms of of Torch, who's the one on the right, for the teddy bear's hat, I used the same as his jeans, and then I just chucked very simply an Agrax Earthshade over the top of all of it, just to get in some shadow. Then I went into highlighting. So my view is that essentially this is game ready as it is now, but to just put that real sort of seal on the deal, highlighting really makes the difference. So spending some time on that is worthwhile. So we've got a whole series of colours there, which essentially I've used to pick out the various bits. The hot orange I used to pick out the tabs on his jacket because I thought it contrasted quite nicely with the green. Moving on onto Blunder, the bit that people were really interested in is how I highlighted the pink. So what I used was a squid. I initially thought, well, I'll just highlight with the squid pink, and then when I first did it essentially it was too bright, so it was too contrasting to the Warlord purple. So what I did was I then turned the Warlord purple into a glaze, and I glazed back from the squid pink, and got a really good result. And that's the final results you see there. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you like what I've done. Leave a comment. It's the first time I've done this, so I'm going to work on getting the photographs better, but yeah, please comment, and anything that you can think of that will make the videos better, that would be wonderful. Alright, well, take care guys, I'll hear from you soon. Bye.